Again, and today I'll be talking about the new Fairy Tail cards coming out in Blazing Domain. Also, wait, they're called Fairy Tail monsters, and they're all spellcasters. Anyways, let's get started. First off, we have Fairy Tail Matchlily, and it's level 4 light spellcaster effect monster with 1850 attack and 1000 defense. And its first effect reads, if a spellcaster monster with 1850 original attack is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except spellcaster monsters. Second effect, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Fairy Tail spell trap from your deck to your hand, which is pretty nutty considering the first effect is not a once per duel effect. So basically, you can just repeatedly summon this card from your hand or graveyard throughout the duel as long as you have a monster with 1850 attack.
For realsies?
For realsies!
Third effect, you can pay 500 life points. The name of one effect monster your opponent controls becomes Fairy Prince. And it does not target, and thank goodness it doesn't. Next, we have Weaver of the Fairy Tail Tales, and it's a level 4 Earth Spellcaster Fusion effect monster with 1850 attack and 1000 defense. And it requires one Fairy Tail monster plus one Spellcaster monster. So basically, this is a super poly target. First effect, during the main phase, or at least during your main phase, you can special summon one Fairy Tail monster from your deck or banishment. Second effect, you can normal or special summon one non-Earth Fairy Tail monster while this card is on the field. Now, if you normal or special summon a non-Earth Fairy Tail monster while this card is on the field, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, also its name becomes Fairy Prince. And the third effect, any Fairy Prince on the field becomes a spellcaster monster.
Careful now, I can only get so erect.
Next, we have Chronicler of Fairy Tail Tales, and it's a level 4 Earth Spellcaster Fusion effect monster, and it has 1850 attack and 1000 defense, and it requires one light Fairy Tail monster plus one Spellcaster monster. If this card is fusion summoned using Fairy Prince as material, you can destroy as many cards your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, inflict 500 attack to them for each.
That's disgusting!
So basically, yeah, this is going to help you OTK your opponent. Second effect, your Fairy Tail monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Must be the power of friendship.
What the hell did you just say?
And lastly, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish one Fairy Tail card from your hand or graveyard except Fairy Tail Tales, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card.
That's disgusting!
Next, we have Fairy Tail Wiccat, and it's a rank 4 Dark Spellcaster Exceeds effect monster with 1850 attack and 1000 defense, and requires 2 level 4 Spellcaster monsters to make. And I guess this is also just indirect performance support, since there aren't that many Exceeds spellcasters, at least not generic rank 4 ones. Anyway, its first effect reads, Fairy Tail monsters you control whose original attribute is light are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects.
Oh, come on!
Second effect, I was going to make another Fairy Tail joke, but I probably shouldn't. Anyway, second effect, you can detach up to 2 material from this card, send that many Fairy Tail cards from your deck to the graveyard, except Fairy Tail Tales. This is probably meant for Snow, but we don't really know when Snow is ever coming back, or if it's coming back with an errata or not. Because let's be real, Fairy Tail Snow is pretty dumb. It's pretty poorly designed. Also, third effect, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target one Fairy Tail monster you control whose original attribute is light, special summon this card, and if you do, send that monster to the graveyard. Next, we have Fairy Tail Long Long Ago, and it's a quick play spell card, and its first effect reads, special summon up to 1 light Fairy Tail monster with different names from each from your hand, graveyard, and or banishment. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except spellcaster monsters.
Oh no!
But wait! There's more!
Second effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard except from the field or becomes banished, you can set it, but it cannot be activated unless you control a Fairy Tail monster. Next, we have Fairy Tail Ball, and it's a field spell card, and its first effect reads, when this card is activated, you can add one Fairy Tail monster or Fairy Tail Tails from your deck, or banishment to your hand. Second effect, your Fairy Tail monsters can attack directly.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Third effect, once per turn, if your opponent special summons a monsters and you control a Fairy Tail monster, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls and gain its effects. Also, its name becomes Fairy Prince. Next and lastly, we have Tales of Fairy Tail. And it's an equip spell, and its first effect reads, the equipped monster gains 1000 attack.
Let's up those numbers!
Second effect, once per turn, you can fusion summon one spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. You can also use any Fairy Prince your opponent controls. And the third effect reads, if this card is in your graveyard, you can equip it to a Fairy Tail monster on the field, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one spellcaster monster with 1850 attack. So basically, yeah, this card makes OTKs even easier. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about the new Fairy Tail cards, and then me, your boy Blagetska, and I'm out. Also, you know I'm going to use the Fairy Tail ending for this, right?
Later, losers!